we're here again from Keen on Cruising with a follow-up video for YouTube. This time we're talking Royal Caribbean, which I haven't had the good luck to sail on yet, but I will one day. I'll get there. So Colleen, you have been on a few Royal Caribbean cruises, haven't you?
Yeah, Trevor and I have been on 3 Caribbean cruises. We've been on Allure of the Seas, Rhapsody of the Seas, and recently Quantum of the Seas.
Okay. Do you have a favourite ship out of those ones?
Each one has its pros and its cons. On Rhapsody, I would call that probably one of the smaller ships in the fleet. It was intimate, great service, a very easy ship layout. Then we went on Allure, which is like the other extreme, which was magnificent, absolutely magnificent ship. So many venues, almost to the point of a little bit overwhelming for me personally. A lot of people were on the ship, although it's so huge you don't actually notice how many people are on the ship at any given moment. There's so many spaces. Probably Quantum of the Seas for me personally hits the sweet spot for my needs. There's just the right amount of venues to keep you interested, keep you engaged. There's a good mix of things to do. Dining is easy. I just love the layout of the Windjammer Cafe upstairs. It's a completely different kind of a buffet style. Lots of like little mini stations and that type of thing. So really Quantum of the Seas is probably, that size ship has now become my absolute favorite. Just getting that balance of things to do, venues, all of that for me.
Do you know how many passengers they have on the Quantum, roughly? No, I mean, I know it's a hard question, but is it...
4,000?
Okay, so it's quite a big ship, really.
Somewhere around there, yeah. Yeah, I think it's around that mark. I'll stand to be corrected. But...
Okay, that's okay. Did you, and you said you didn't feel like there was that many people on there when you were actually cruising. It didn't feel like there's, oh my God, there's 4,000 people and it's crowded.
Look, some of the sea days, you obviously you would feel it a little bit more, but there are so many. I think the only place you ever notice the people is really around the swimming pools. But there are, golly, how many were there? There are like so many swimming pools to choose from. So you got the most gorgeous adult area with cascading waterfall pools at the front of the ship. So if you wanted a more quieter space without kids jumping around, that was just beautiful to go and sit in there. There was the interior, also the more family orientated swimming pools, and then obviously the outdoor ones.
Lovely.
So yeah, there's such a good spread again. So you weren't all trying to get in one little pool or something.
That sounds really good. This cruise that you went on the Quantum, it was a family cruise, wasn't it?
Yes, so on this particular one we travelled with my daughter and her 13-month-old little one. So travelling with a baby has its challenges, but honestly we didn't really feel it on that ship at all. The only time we did feel it is, and it's probably a very good thing for parents to be aware of before they even get on the ship, is they do not allow babies that are not potty trained in the swimming pools. So we knew that before we got on the ship. So my daughter bought a little inflatable pool. So we just put that on our balcony and filled it with buckets of water from the shower, and Phoenix had the most wonderful time playing and splashing on the balcony. There were parents that got very frustrated because they thought of this holiday as a family kind of special family time, and face it, a swimming pool is a beautiful place for families to spend time together. And we saw on a number of occasions parents arriving at the swimming pool with little toddlers and babies that were not potty trained. And they were turned away. Which can be a little bit frustrating. So it's just something to bear in mind, that they are quite strict about that type of thing.
And that's fair enough. I suppose, you know, they're looking after everybody on board.
Yeah, and then we could go down. Phoenix came, she sat in the formal dining with us every night. And the waiters were brilliant in catering for her. They bring out her little meal like quite quickly. It's all communication. You just got to communicate with the staff, tell them what you want, and they do their best to deliver for you.
Yep.
So that made sort of the evening meals quite easy. So we weren't stuck going to the buffet every night for meals. There were heaps of high chairs that were clean and available. So from that point of view, yeah, it was pretty good.
And how about, did you do any shore excursions or anything as a family, or?
Yeah, we did. I'm just trying to remember. We did, most of them we didn't do any of the ship tours. We just organised them for ourselves in Vanuatu. Where else did we go? It was Vanuatu. We did Fiji as well. Unfortunately, one of our Fiji islands was cancelled, as was Mystery Island, which it is for a lot of people. It just seems to be an island that's a mystery.
Perfectly named.
And yeah, so in terms of ports, and we also went to New Caledonia. I've been to New Caledonia 3 times now, and every time we go there, we experience something different. So that was nice. Vanuatu is always beautiful. Yeah, and then we stopped in at Suva. And we didn't really do much in Suva except when shopping. So,
yep, fair enough. Now, obviously the important question is, were you happy with the cabins? What were they like?
Right, so we were on deck 10, we had a balcony cabin. They were interconnecting, and we opened the balcony divider up, so we had a really lovely big balcony. And again, that's where we would put this little swimming pool for Phoenix. The rooms were beautiful inside, modern, spacious. The thing I loved the most when I got in my cabin was the shower had a glass or a perspex shower screen.
Yeah, thank goodness.
No more flapping curtain.
No, I don't like those.
No. And we had a kettle in the room, which was nice, so we could make our own tea and coffee in the room. Yeah, everything about the room was great. The one thing I have to say for people to be aware of is that the rooms are only serviced once a day.
Okay.
So if you are a person that's cruised quite a bit with other cruise lines, just be aware of this. Again, communicate to your cabin steward what you are needing. And even though they don't formally do an evening turn down service or something like that, if you're needing something done, they will do it for you, or you just ring them on the from your cabin telephone, and they'll organize whatever you need. But just be aware, put your sign up to say clean my room, because if you don't, they don't clean your room.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So
good point.
Yeah, so just be aware of that. So always just when you vacate your room for the day or the morning, or you're having a meal, just always put your makeup room or whatever.
And you were saying that they do good family cabin situation where you can have the 2 cabins together with a little foyer outside with a door, and so then leave the cabin room doors. Yeah,
traveling especially with a large family or multi-generational family cruises, it's fantastic. Or a group of friends, they have cabins where one is a balcony. Yes. And then there's an interior cabin attached to it, but through like a foyer, but you have your own entrance doors, but you can close the foyer door and leave the other 2 doors open. Perfect. So you've got basically a 2-bedroom cabin. So that works really, really well for larger families or
little friends. Yeah,
so,
that sounds really good. Perfect. And did you have a favourite place on the ship?
I did. It was 270, which is the most beautiful venue right at the back of the ship. I think it's on deck 3 or somewhere there. And it's a really beautiful function area where it's just a multi-purpose and multi-use area with magnificent glass windows, floor to ceiling, at the back of the ship.
Oh, nice. I like the back of the ship. I love looking out at the way.
And just to go, there's a little it's one of the eating dining venues that's right near there, like more cafe style food, and you could go and grab a coffee or whatever there, and then go and sit in the lounge at the back. And that's where they do their trivia and their bingo, and there's a show that they do there at night, so they change the whole dynamic of the venue. So really, really beautiful. Okay, so that reminds me for another question. What was the entertainment like on board? The entertainment was pretty standard. Nothing on this particular cruise. I mean, when I compared it to Allure of the Seas, where we saw huge production shows, we saw Mamma Mia, there's an ice rink, so we saw ice shows, all that type of thing. It was a lot more toned down. And the shows and things were okay, nothing amazing, but they were adequate. Now, food. How was the food on board? The food actually surprised me. I found the food of quite a good standard. Good. Beautifully presented. The waiters, again, communication. They would do everything that they could for you. I never sent one meal back. Everything that I ordered was very, very, very nice. Excellent. So, going around the ship, there are so many different venues where you can get food and that type of thing. And everywhere you went, the food was really of a good standard. Great. Probably the only other thing that I can think of that people might be interested, I don't know, is the shopping on board. What was it like? Some cruise lines are really hit and miss with that. Oh, they had a whole lot of different ones compared to some of the cruise lines. They had a variety. I think they were in a little bit of a transition with some of the high-end brands are not on there anymore like they used to be, and they were slowly getting replaced by others. So there were one or two shops that didn't really, you could tell that they normally would have high-end stuff in them. But I think if you were looking to spend money and buy yourself some decent things, there was a lot of choice. Good. Okay. Not that you go on a cruise ship to go shopping, but still. Anyway, there you go. Yeah. Well, it sounds really good, and sounds like a great cruise ship. It's based, I presume it was based in sailing out of Brisbane in Australia. Which is a really, really lovely cruise terminal, a lovely experience. To be able to just drive down to Brisbane instead of flying somewhere and doing overnighters and all that. So it's so convenient. It's a beautiful ship, right on our doorstep. Highly recommended for families, especially if you're looking to keep the kids highly entertained, because there is so much to do for them. The kids clubs are amazing. The just the activities all the way around the ship, from go-karts to rollerblading to basketball to rock climbing to surfing honestly, it's absolutely endless. As a family, I just don't think you can beat it as a family holiday, honestly. No, it sounds really good. It's something for everybody. Perfect. Well, it's a good multi-generational cruise, because something there for, for us, something there for our kids, and something for their kids, your grandchildren. So, absolutely. So perfect. Everybody's happy. Well, that's really great. So everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. We'd love you to join our channel, and we'll be back at some point with more content for you. Have a great day, everybody. Happy cruising. Thank you for watching.